Seeing Sophie in that state, it was really, really hard. She did not want to interact with people, really. Every single day, we just kind of did everything we could. That is actually when we found out that she was also pregnant. It was really scary, not knowing if the baby would be healthy. Sophie couldn't eat anything. She had overgrown teeth. We found out that she was blind in one eye. Nobody took any time to take any care of her. So with her being deficient in a lot of stuff, there are so many things that can go wrong. But we just kind of knew that she would make a huge recovery. But he was just like this tiny little miracle baby, and he was running laps around the stall already. He just had these super long legs. With Theo, we noticed back legs, unfortunately, were pretty wonky at first. And we just knew that he was probably going to need a little bit of extra care. We were worried that it was going to be a setback and make him a bit timid, but absolutely not. He's just gotten more sassy. Theo was not even a foot tall, and he would walk up to the stuffy that's like 4 times his size and just start kicking it. Like a little golden retriever and just happy to be there. Theo thinks that everybody is his friend. I think Theo picked up a lot of his mom's personality traits. Sophie is very easygoing, but she also wants things done her way. She'd paw at the door. I wasn't getting her food fast enough for her. And she loves to scratch her tail on stuff. But after Sophie had Theo, like, she really came out of her shell even more. She was so excited that she was like running around with him, like just to show him off to everybody. We had never seen her run before. Chances are she would never have had a baby that she would get to stay with her. Just seeing them together is really sweet. So they just have all these like cute little like mom and son things they do. And that's a bond that they'll have forever.
When we got a hedgehog and a dog, we thought we'll let Cricket lead this. And it was like love at first sight. She went straight up to the cage. I thought that that would be quite intimidating for Cricket.
Hi, Cricket.
But something about Leaf she was comfortable with, and she came straight up.
Shower time.
Actually, when we gave Cricket her first bath, that was a bit of a turning point. When we first got her, it must have been a lot for her. When I saw the photos of her in the shelter, I just remember thinking, I can't walk away from that. I did loads of research to give her the care that she needed.
Good lady.
Being an exotic species, they need to be kept very warm.
Hi.
That room, it became like a little sauna, and she just loved the heat. And I got her this wheel. She was finally like, oh, I can walk, I can run. She got in and she would just run and run and run. But what Cricket showed me, that animals have an amazing ability to suss each other out. It was a really, really warm day, and we thought, well, take her outside, and Cricket just walked up to her, you know? And that was basically it from that day. Leaf would happily want to be in her room as much as possible. Then Cricket would just be like zooming round. Cricket's personality changed a lot in the time that we had her. She became really happy. She had so much energy. And we realised that something was wrong when that began to change. She just looked ill. And so we took her to the vet. And what happened is that she had a very, very aggressive cancer. And the vet said that she was suffering. So we made the decision to have her humanely put to sleep. But she got this burst of energy, like she was saying goodbye. And that was really, really, really lovely and really special. Leaf, she was her friend. I could never have imagined that I would have to take care of the cutest hedgehog in the world.
We were outside and this little furball just started to follow my dog. I'm looking like, what in the world? And I realized it's a dog. And then he comes up to me, really matted, really dirty.
Oh my God, I can't do it.
I could literally run my finger over his back and just feel his spine.
Oh my goodness, look at this. I feel so bad.
And I just was like, oh my God, like, what do I do? I couldn't leave him. Lucky was real timid. So I called my mom because she loves dogs. And she was like, you know, we can try to cut him. I'll help you.
Boy. Look at his paw.
Then it was like maybe 3 days later with the groomer. Lucky seemed happy, like a weight was being lifted off his shoulders.
Hey boy, you look so good.
I just would see him looking in the mirror at himself. And I could tell his whole attitude changed, like he was a free man. My major concern with having Lucky was having another dog. So I had no plans on keeping him, but I wanted to help find him a good home. So I started calling like the shelters and Lifeline, and I wasn't getting no answers. I couldn't give him up, and I didn't want to break his heart. Over time, I just feel like Lucky has fallen more in love with me, and I've fallen more in love with him.
Lucky, hey!
So I was just like, he's here to stay now. He always wants to be near me. And he'll put his face near mine. He gives me kisses.
What you doing, Luck? You just hanging out?
I don't think Prince really likes having a puppy brother. Lucky is definitely the little brother and Prince is the big brother, like, bro, chill out. But I do feel like Lucky was meant to be my dog. I am amazed on Lucky's transformation. Thinking back, I'm very happy that I rescued him that day. I feel like we're both lucky. I love his little personality. I love how affectionate he is. And I look forward for our years to come together.
When we were gonna get a dog, we did not want a white staffy because I thought they're not cute and they're dangerous. Then we got there and we came in and I just looked at her and looked at the dog, and that's when we fell in love. He will crave our attention at all times. He was definitely excited at the wedding because he thought everyone was looking at me, of course. But it was all over when we went on the honeymoon. and he went to his grandma. She's not really a dog person, but she probably met him twice before she completely fell in love. I have never seen a human so obsessed with anything as my mom with Einstein. He is a grandchild, and I'm convinced she loves him more than she loves me. He told us, like, you have to train him to be home alone for hours at my place because I can't bring him to work every day. But she did indeed bring him to work every day. She loves to show him off. He had a blast with my mom. He's more of a stay in bed and cuddle type of guy. But when Uncle Hans is here, they play like on the same level. Uncle Hans is Einstein's best friend in the whole world. He will run around on all four and play with him. And every time Uncle Hans finds another stick, Einstein wants that stick. They just have a very special bond. It's hard to explain because you kind of need to see it to understand their relationship. He's a drama queen and he's very extra. If we ignore him, he will just jump our faces and be like, hello, look at me. People might think, oh, they're dangerous dogs. But most people, especially dog owners, understand that they are so loving and they're just misunderstood. My entire life revolves around him and he knows it.
Eddie is kind of like a mix between a cat and a dog. She started liking to climb curtains and get into some mischief. And then as she got bigger, her wild side started to come out. We take Eddie on as many adventures as we can. She loves to go to the river and explore in the water and the rocks. She likes to look for crawdads and little tadpoles. But when we got her, she was very much like having a little newborn. We saw on Facebook that there was a pest control company that removed a raccoon mom from a house, and then 2 days later they found 5 babies. So we volunteered to take one of them, and we got her when she was about 5 days old.
If our movie's gonna roll down.
We had to bottle feed her and do her potty care. But she seemed to just kind of go with the flow and fit right in with our lives and did really well. We have 5 kids, so they were all very, very excited and interested in taking turns feeding her. And she took to it really well and eventually moved up to bigger bottles, and that got way easier.
You hear your voice?
The kids act like she's a sister.
Oh!
Sometimes she makes messes in their rooms and they don't love that, but they just think she's the best thing ever.
Nice.
Because she likes to dig in the yard. We've also taken her crystal digging here in Arkansas, and she really, really enjoyed that. She loved to be held and cuddled. Every chance that she gets to lay close to us on the couch, she really likes to be right up in your face. But she has the freedom to do what she wants during the day. We know that at some point she might decide to leave us, and that would break our hearts. We love Eddie so much. She's super fun and super entertaining. She's the first thing that everybody looks for when they walk in the door. But we feel like her having the freedom to choose what she wants to do is best for her.